What if I told you the world's most famous soft drink started as a cocaine-infused wine created by a wounded Civil War colonel searching for a morphine addiction cure? In 1886, Dr. John Pemberton accidentally created a syrup that would spark a multi-billion-dollar empire. But the true story gets wilder. During World War II, the U.S. military prioritized shipping Coca-Cola to soldiers on the front lines, creating global demand overnight. And when trade bans blocked syrup shipments to Nazi Germany, Coca-Cola's German branch invented Fanta just to survive. From secret vaults guarding the $100 billion formula to Soviet generals demanding clear Coke so they wouldn't look like capitalists, this is the unbelievable, untamed history of Coca-Cola. Stick around to see how a pharmacy tonic conquered the planet. The story of Coca-Cola begins on a bloody Civil War battlefield in 1865. Lieutenant Colonel John Pemberton was severely wounded by a saber slash across his chest during the Battle of Columbus. To cope with excruciating, lifelong pain, Pemberton became heavily addicted to morphine. As a trained pharmacist, Pemberton dedicated his life to formulating a non-opiate painkiller to break his addiction. Inspired by French coca wine preparations popular in Europe, he created Pemberton's French wine coca in Atlanta, Georgia. His original mixture combined alcohol, damiana, coca leaf extract, which contained raw cocaine, and caffeine-rich cola nuts. However, in 1886, Atlanta enacted local prohibition laws, banning the sale of alcohol. Forced to adapt, Pemberton replaced the wine base with a sugary, carbonated syrup. On May 8, 1886, he sold the very first glass of Coca-Cola at Jacob's Pharmacy for 5 cents a glass. John Pemberton was a brilliant inventor, but a terrible businessman. Sick with stomach cancer and still battling morphine addiction, Pemberton sold his rights to the company piecemeal before dying penniless in 1888. An ambitious Atlanta businessman named Asa Candler bought full control of Coca-Cola for roughly $2,300. Candler transformed the local soda fountain syrup into a national phenomenon using a marketing technique never seen before: the mass distribution of free coupons. Candler's salesmen mailed free drink tokens to consumers and offered free syrup barrels to soda fountains. Once people tasted the sweet, fizzy beverage, they kept coming back as paying customers. Between 1890 and 1900, Coca-Cola sales grew by over 4,000%. To protect his booming empire, Candler removed the trace amounts of cocaine from the recipe by 1903, replacing it with ecgonine-free coca leaf extract, and locked the famous 7X secret formula inside a bank vault. When World War II erupted, Coca-Cola CEO Robert Woodruff issued a legendary mandate. Every American soldier anywhere in the world would get a bottle of Coca-Cola for 5 cents, no matter what it cost the company. The U.S. government deemed Coca-Cola essential to troop morale. The military shipped portable bottling plants directly to European and Pacific battlefields, embedding Coke employees as technical observers on military lines. Over 5 billion bottles were served to troops, instantly establishing Coca-Cola bottling factories across post-war Europe and Asia. However, the war created a major problem in Germany. Due to Allied trade embargoes, the German Coca-Cola bottling plant in Essen could no longer import the secret syrup from Atlanta. Max Keith, head of the German division, refused to let the business fail. He instructed his chemists to create a completely new soda using leftover industrial ingredients: whey, a byproduct of cheese making, and apple pumice, mashed fruit leftover from cider pressing. They named this emergency drink Fanta, short for Fantasy, German for imagination. After the war, Soviet Marshal Georgy Zhukov, a famous World War II general, became secretly addicted to Coca-Cola. Because drinking the iconic American brown soda would provoke backlash from Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, Zhukov made a top-secret request. He asked Coca-Cola to manufacture a clear, uncolored version shipped in plain glass bottles topped with a red star. Coca-Cola complied, creating a limited run of white Coke exclusively for the Soviet commander. By 1915, market imitators like Coca-Cola and Chero-Cola were ripping off Coca-Cola's packaging. To stand out, the company launched a national design contest asking for a bottle so distinct that a person could recognize it merely by feel in the dark, or even if it lay broken on the ground. The Root Glass Company of Indiana won the competition, designing a curved bottle inspired by the ridges of a cocoa pod. This iconic contour bottle became an international symbol of pop culture, immortalized in modern art by Andy Warhol. Over the decades, Coca-Cola shaped global culture in unexpected ways, including solidifying the modern image of Santa Claus in the 1930s through warm, red and white holiday advertising campaigns illustrated by Haddon Sundblom. From a Civil War medicine cabinet to World War II battlefields and Soviet secret orders, Coca-Cola turned a 5-cent pharmacy syrup into the second most understood word on earth after okay. Did you know Fanta was born out of World War II trade bans? Or did you think it was just a modern fruit soda? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into food and drink history, hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to Gastro Hit for more unbelievable stories behind your favorite brands. Thanks for watching.